It is impossible to see God in the Kali-yuga. But still, in this era, God comes to this earth in the love of his devotees and gives them darshan. The god of the gods, Mahadev too, was incarnated on earth in the love of one of his devotees and lived as a servant in his house. This is the story of Bihar's Visby village in Madhubani district, where a great poet lived. His name was Vijayapti. Vijayapti was a great devotee of Lord Shiva. He was always mentioned in his poems and writings about Lord Shiva. Being pleased with Vijayapati's devotion, Lord Shiva himself was incarnated on earth, and he came to him in the guise of an illiterate, uneducated man. Vijayapati used to serve Lord Shiva a lot, and seeing this service, Mahadev desired to serve him as a servant in Vijayapati's house. When Lord Shiva reached Vijayapati's house, he told Vijayapati his name was UGNA and requested him to hire him. Vijayapati's own condition was not so good that he could properly hire him, but Mahadev put forward a proposal of 2 meals in front of him and said, "You just give me 2 meals a day. I will survive in it." Hearing this proposal, Vijayapati's wife requested her husband to hire UGNA, after which, being compelled by his wife's wish, Vijayapati hired UGNA. After staying at Vijayapati's house, UGNA served Vijayapati a lot. And Vijayapati was also very happy with UGNA's service. During this time, one day Vijayapati was going to the king's court with UGNA. The sun was very bright and Vijayapati was tired of walking in the sun. He was very thirsty. Vijayapati told UGNA that "I am very thirsty. Get me some water from somewhere." Vijayapati and UGNA did not have any source of water to get far away. As per the Lord, UGNA goes a little far from Vijayapati and fills the Ganga water with his jets in a pot and brings it to Vijayapati. After drinking the water from the pot, Vijayapati realized that this is Ganga water. Vijayapati was in thought for a while. He thought that there is no source of water to get far away in this forest. And where did UGNA get Ganga water from? Vijayapati began to doubt all this. Is UGNA the Lord Shiva? He insisted a lot with UGNA that he tell his truth, but UGNA did not come in his real form. Finally, Vijayapati caught UGNA's feet. Lord Shiva's unity did not work in front of the devotees' such insistence. After which the Lord appeared to Vijayapati in his real form. Seeing the Lord Shiva in front of him, Vijayapati's happiness was not satisfied. Lord Shiva expressed his desire in front of Vijayapati and said, "I want to live with you in the form of UGNA. But my real form should be known only to you. If anyone else finds out, I will leave you at that time." Vijayapati agreed to Lord Shiva's request, and UGNA started living with Vijayapati again. One day, Vijayapati went out for some work, and his wife gave some work to UGNA. UGNA did not understand that work, and he could not do that work properly. After which Vijayapati's wife Sushila took out a burning stick from the mouse and started beating UGNA. Vijayapati came there and saw this act of his wife and said, "You have gone mad. This is Lord Shiva." As soon as Vijayapati said this, God became submerged. After the death of Lord Shiva, Vijayapati started looking for him everywhere like mad. In search of Lord Shiva, he started wandering in the forest and made himself helpless. Lord Shiva could not see the condition of his devotee, and he again visited Vijayapati. Vijayapati requested him to come again, but Lord Shiva refused to stay. He told Vijayapati that "Now I cannot live with you." But in return, God manifested his power to Shivling and gave it to Vijayapati and said, "As UGNA, now Shivling will live with you." And since then, in Madhubani district of Bihar, Lord UGNA's temple was built in Bhavanipur village. This temple is one of the most famous temples of Lord Shiva. And in the crowd of lakhs of people come here to see Lord. It is impossible to see God in the Kali-yuga. But still, in this era, God comes to this earth in the love of his devotees and gives them darshan. The god of the gods, Mahadev too, was incarnated on earth in the love of one of his devotees and lived as a servant in his house. This is the story of Bihar's Visby village in Madhubani district, where a great poet lived. His name was Vijayapti.